Welcome to the Underground Gospel Show. This is episode 30. I've done this 30 times. Can you guys believe that? Oh my gosh, launched this at the beginning of March. It's now I don't even know when it is. It's the end of April. No, it's beginning of May. Oh my gosh, we've done all of March, April, and now May, and we've done 30 shows. I finally made my bullet point housekeeping tips, and I got those right here. So I'm going to memorize those. I got them done today. I've been meaning to do them for weeks, and I know you guys don't understand this, but I have a couple opportunity or a couple obligations outside of here, and so I have about an hour a week to actually work on everything that has to do with my music business. And you got to understand, music business has two sides. You have music, which is rehearsal and practice. Well, you practice the songs and you rehearse for the set, and then you perform, which this is. And then you have the business side of it, which is the collection of monies and the marketing and all the what's the third part of the music business? See, marketing, collection of monies. Oh, and booking. And so I have to do all my bookings. And so it's really funny. I had three bookings that came in this week for weddings, and one of them I had to let go because I have two other. There, it's on June 5th, and I have two other dates on June 5th. I'll be playing up in Lebanon at the Needy Jacobs Festival, and then I'll be out in Red Boiling Springs, Tennessee, for the folk medicine festival, which will be kind of interesting. Anyway, so I'll be doing those two shows. So I had to let go of one of my one of the two weddings that I had come in, and so but I'll do weddings too. But anyway, so here is what I have, and that is welcome to the Underground Gospel Show. The first thing I have is welcome. So welcome. Thank you guys for showing up. This is a safe place to hang out. There's no swearing. There's no trolling. There's no, I hate God. So what are you doing about, if you don't like what I'm doing, just leave. You don't have to be here. Um, if you like what you hear, though, I mean, if you do like what you're listening to, if you have been coming back, I know that right now I have a few viewers watching right now on whatever these eyeballs are. And I know that I've had quite a few people on Twitch, tune in. But if you like what you're listening to, please hit the subscribe button, smash down the subscribe, hit notify if you want to, and they'll let you know when I'm live. I'm also on YouTube. I'm on Facebook and I'm on Twitch. So I don't know what you're watching on. The survey that I have right now is actually on Facebook. I know that I'm seeing people on Facebook. And you can also support what I'm doing a couple different ways. We have that little tip code that's right here. If you see that little tip thing, and basically what that is that's just thanks and performance. If there's a song that you like, you can send me a buck, you can send me a cup of coffee, you can pay for a Ferrari. I don't, whatever. I probably won't buy a Ferrari. I don't need a Ferrari. I'm much more the limo guy than a Ferrari guy, to tell you the truth. And I wouldn't be doing a limo either, but I'd probably be paying off my car payments anyway, or something necessary. I can tell you that it would probably be something necessary. um let's see, you can go to nightmusic.com for more showtimes. And the showtimes are very simple. Typically, I'm every Friday and Saturday night at 8 o'clock Central Time, right here on whatever channel you're watching, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook, or whether it's Twitch. Twitch, I stay on for 72 hours and then they remove it. YouTube, if you go to YouTube Live, I'll be on YouTube Live. These stay up forever. So these will be here for a long time. I don't sing, and the reason I don't sing is so that God can speak directly to your heart. We do have some sponsorship opportunities, so if you're interested in sponsoring the show, we would love to talk to you. Um, Once again, that's going to be on my booking day, though, and that's on Thursday. So if you would like to send me a message at guitarforjesus@musician.org, that little thing that's scrolling right now, it's going this way. If you scroll along, you can send me some information. I'll talk to you about the sponsorship opportunities. And if you'd like me to come out to your city or your church or an event that you're having, let me know. I have a few dates booked right now. We will be in California at the end of the year. We'll be in Hawaii at the end of the year. I'm going to be in the Southeast for most of the summer. It looks like I'll be here at least through July and possibly August. But I know that I'm here through June. That's a definite. And so because I have shows booked, and I do have shows booked in July, so I know I'll be here in July also, because I'll be out in Franklin. I'll be doing the Wilson County Fair. I'll be doing Williamson. Be doing Franklin Days, and then we have a few other dates booked, and we have more and more coming on all the time. So that's all my housekeeping tips, and it took 7 minutes to do housekeeping. I'm going to have to go a little bit faster than that. Oh, and today's a special episode too. And I didn't mention this. This should have been the very first thing, and that's Happy Mother's Day. Now, if you're watching this today and it's live, tomorrow is Mother's Day. So please call your mom tomorrow. In my case, it would be go to the graveyard and visit her because my mom passed away a number of years ago. But remember to wish your mom a happy Mother's Day. And if you're watching this in the future, like you've come across this and you're like, oh, I wonder what his Mother's Day thing was about. If you see this in the future, call your mom and just say, hey, I just watched a show that was recorded on Mother's Day, and I just want to let you know that, thank you. Thank you for raising me. Thank you for, all the craziness that was my childhood. And thank you for making me into the man or woman that I am right now, because your mom had a big part of it. Even if your mom wasn't part of your life, that's a big part of it also. So call your mom. That's all I'm just going to say is call your mom. Now, Jesus had a mom, and her name was Mary. So I'm going to start this off with a song for Mary, believe it or not. It's kind of strange doing that because, this is a gospel show and it's for Jesus. But, and I've said this before, I love Mary. Everybody's been called to something in the church, whether it's set up or tear down or technical, or it might be worship, it might be preaching, it might be administrative, it might be healing, it might be music. We're all called to something, but only one person ever in the history of the world was called mom. And when that little baby cried out, Mama, only one person came running. And so this is a song. It's typically played at Christmas, but this is a song called Mary Did You Know? I had to make sure I had little lights flashing over here. Yes, that was Mary. Did you know? Now I'm looking over here at my little meter thing. Check. And I am having some things go on. I got a bunch of comments here, so let me see what I have as far as comments. We have no sound on my phone. So okay, but I have but I guess it's fixed. I'm hearing now from my from well, it's not my moderator. This because I'm doing the moderation myself right now. So this would probably be the in-house audience. Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing an in-house audience right now. And I guess I should actually perform in front of them. Next time I'm just going to have they're kind of sitting off to me. I'm at a backyard patio and there's some picnic tables and stuff like that that I'm utilizing for gear. And so what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to put up a row of seats in front of me, and then we're just going to fill these seats. You know, we'll put like I think we'll start with maybe 25. Yeah, we'll start with 25, and then we'll build to 100, and then maybe 300, and yeah, and then I think I'll stop at 300 for a while. So yeah, well, at least I have a goal for the next couple months. Okay, so that's going on. Let's go back to oh, here's one. And this isn't really a merry song, but it's really fun because when I first started playing at churches, the church that I played at was a big Hillsong fan, and the Hillsong had this worship leader by the name of Darlene Check, and Darlene had this song called "Shout to the Lord," and we played it like literally every week. And so I'm going to try to attempt to play it. I haven't played it on this show. In fact, I haven't played it until today. I was kind of messing around with it, and I was like, "Oh, maybe I should do it." So we'll see if it works. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll be better in 3 or 4 weeks. Anyway, this is "Shout to the Lord." Yes, that was "Shout to the Lord." I'm pretty sure that's going to be a lot better in 3 or 4 weeks. Anyway, it's funny. I joined a competition this week. They at the place where I work, they're having a kind of a America's Got Talent type show, and the grand prize is actually $15,000. Now, I I believe in miracles, I don't know that I'm going to be the grand prize winner, but I did submit a video. I did get selected so far, so we'll see if I'm on the. I might win the site. I might be one of the runners up. I mean, I'm fine being a semifinalist. I've done that with a number of scripts, with a number of contests before. Actually, I do that quite a lot. End up as a semifinalist or a finalist. Win very little. I mean, it's not that I'm not a winner. It's the fact that I don't think that's my calling, but it'll be fun to see what happens. But so I recorded a song yesterday and submitted it, and it did get selected today, so that's kind of fun. So we'll see what happens. So if you guys are praying out there, here we go. We can pray for this, that it works. Are you still on? Do you know in your car? Because yeah, I just dropped down to one, so it's probably you. So okay. Well, like I said, I have one eyeball left, so I lost my other eyeball. Ah. So, oh well, that happens. And if you're watching this later on, what is it, YouTube, then you're watching it like 3 years from now. Yeah, this is goofy. We're just starting out, so this is our 30th show. Before from what I understand, I'm going to have to get somewhere between 500 and 1,000 before I can even monetize YouTube. So, and that's shows. So I'm going to be doing this for quite a while, especially if I only do 2 shows a week. So anyway, let me do another one that's kind of G. About 800 years ago, a group of people called the Mariologists wrote a four-part mass to Mary. The last part of that mass got adopted as part of the benediction for the burial of priests when they passed on. And so it lasted throughout, 1200, well, 800 years until about the late 1800s, around 1880. Lyrics were added to the song in French and then translated in English, and the name of the song was changed to Hail Holy Queen. Now, that wasn't the end of the song because it was featured in 1992 in the Grammy nominated soundtrack for Sister Act that was starring Whoopi Goldberg. So, this and the original was Salve Regina. So, this is Salve Regina or Hail Holy Queen. Yes, that was Salve Regina. That was written 800 years ago in the early 1200s by the Mariologists. And it was part of the Mariology, a four-part mass to Mary. And once again, Mary was the mother of Jesus, and this is the Mother's Day special. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in and for listening. Once again, I think the only things here that I want to say is if you are subscribing and you are listening to this in the future and you found my live feeds and you're listening to this, go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to YouTube, subscribe to Twitch if you're on Twitch, subscribe to Facebook and follow me on Facebook if you're there. You can go to nightmusic.com and you can get the lyrics to the songs. We even translate the lyrics into, there's a Google translator which translates it, I believe, into like 30 different languages. So whatever language you're listening in right now, you can translate it into your language, and really let the spirit of the Lord work through this music, and let the words come into you. And I was going to tell a story about when gosh, I guess it was about 20 years ago. I was playing at a coffee shop that was attached to a church in San Diego, California. And I'll remember these two women walked in, one of them absolutely fangirling, as happy as she could be that she's out on a Friday night and she's going to a Christian coffee shop with her best friend and they're going to see some Christian music. And she was just all excited and all really happy. The other girl was not having it at all. She was just like, you look at people and they're just like, their arms are crossed and their legs are crossed and their eyes are crossed. And they're just like, they're not happy. She wasn't happy at all. So I'm playing and we're playing our set and we're just having a good time. And I look over and she's crying. I mean, wailing. Her friends got her arms around her, and it's just like, oh my gosh, what just happened? Because when somebody's really negative, you tend not to focus on them. But I kind of, scouring or going, glancing around the room, I did look at her and went, what happened? So we played a couple more songs and she just bawling her eyes out. So we went up afterwards and we said, what's going on? And she confessed that she didn't want to be there. She said when she heard who we were and what we were doing and that we played instrumental Christian music, she said, I just figured you were taking Jesus out of the music and stealing God's music. And I just didn't want to be part of it. I just was not a big fan of what you were doing at all. She goes, and I sat there and I was just so just angry, because of the fact that you were doing this. And she goes, I've never heard God speak. She goes, I've been a Christian. I accepted Jesus when I was a child. But I've never listened. I've heard people talk about the voice of God, never heard of it myself. I just didn't think that God talked to people. And so I was sitting there listening to your music all mad. And all of a sudden I heard a voice as loud as anything else. And it said, look, if you don't find me in your heart, you're not going to find me in the music. And she goes, and I realized I had never actually accepted Jesus into my heart. I became a Christian, but I had never asked him into my heart. And so she said that I did right then and there, and it just totally broke me. And it was because of your music, because for the first time, she wasn't singing. She was just listening. And even though she was mad, God was able to speak through the music and touch her heart. And so I hope that happens to you guys when you're listening to my songs. I hope this happens to you in the future if you're watching this on, like I said, LiveTube or on LiveTube, on YouTube or on Facebook Live. So let's do a couple more songs here and then we'll call it an evening. And God bless you. It's what a wonderful weekend. And call your mom. I think I have time for one more quick one. So we're just going to make a little, let's see. Here we go. Thank you very much. That was the gospel, or this has been the gospel music show. If you've enjoyed the music, please, please press subscribe on your YouTube or on Twitch or on Facebook. We'll go ahead and like this page, hit notifications, and we will notify you every time we're doing a show. We do shows every Friday and Saturday night at 8 o'clock Central Time. So at 6 o'clock on the East Coast, it's probably the middle of the night in Europe or in 19 hours in Asia, So wherever you're watching this, we hope that God has been able to speak to you through the music. Um, and if you're watching this in the future, once again, we're going to be doing this for a while. So I have a goal of 1,000 live performances, and I do two a week. So that's gonna be a while. So thank you so much. And once again, this is the Mother's Day episode. So please, if your mother is still around, give her a call. If not, just say a prayer for her. So that because I don't know, I know God hears your prayers, and I don't know if your mom will hear it up in heaven or not, but God hears the prayers. So I tell you what, let's just end this in a prayer right now too. Heavenly Father, we thank you for tonight. We thank you for this beautiful place that we're able to record at. We're thanking you for the people who are watching this. We thank you for the cats and the dogs that are in the neighborhood. We thank you for all the eyeballs that have been coming and going all night long. And we just thank you because we live in a time that is literally, we have the cleanest water we've ever had. We have the healthiest food that we've ever had. We have the most abundance of food that we've ever had. We have more prosperity and we have better lifestyles. We have transportation. We have challenges and trials, but we live literally, if you don't watch the news, we live in the best time that's ever been. And you have blessed us so much with putting us in this place. And so we lift up your name. We give you all the praise and the glory and honor because you alone are worth it. In the name of Jesus, amen.